you hear a lot of people say something like abusers don't change their behavior, they change the person they're abusing. So they're going to do the same thing, it's just going to be a different person. So it can look a little bit different. And how that can look different is my buttons that someone would push are going to be different from your buttons. For example, if I have some trauma around the way I look, I have poor self-esteem with all of this, they're going to really drive home that low self-esteem and make it even worse. They're going to push those buttons, and that's going to be how they abuse me. With you, maybe you have an extreme fear of abandonment, so they're really going to drive that home. They're going to keep pointing out to you how everyone's always left you. They're going to threaten to leave you. They're going to do all this stuff to push your buttons. But the tactics are usually going to be the same, right? It's going to look a little different because it's personally tailored to you, because you probably told them your trauma right up front because they asked you and they made you feel safe and you told them all of it. You gave them a handbook. It's not your fault. So it's going to look a little bit different, but the abuse and the tactics and everything like that are pretty much going to be the same. And they do choose who they can abuse in terms of, or like who they abuse in front of. And this is how you know that they are conscious of what they're doing and that it's wrong. One example of that is that they'll abuse you at home, and then when they go to work, they're not abusive to anyone else. When they are around their friends, they're not abusing, although they are probably using them as pawns. So that's technically, they're abusing you. They're using you. But like around your friends and family, they're showing up. They're not abusing you. They're being great. Around their friends and family, they're showing off how amazing they are, blah, blah, blah. They're choosing when to abuse you and when to not abuse you. To be honest, they're probably covertly abusing you in those times as well. So there's that. But they know when to turn it off and turn it on. So I hope this answer helps. To be honest with you, in my opinion, an abuser is an abuser, and they're always going to be that way. So I hope that no one's thinking that the abuser is going to go and change for the next person and not be abusive with that person, because trust me, the abuse is probably going to come.